Right then, this is now my WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 2 review. I'm going to be rating every single match out of 10 and the show out of 10 at the very end. Let's get right into it then, starting with the Women's World Championship triple threat match between Io Sky, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I thought that this one was a very good match and a fantastic way to get us started for the show. Io Sky, of course, won this match, but this was bloody unbelievable, to be completely honest. Io Sky showing her unbelievable high-flying moments. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley bloody went straight at each other from the very start. And it looked like at times they were both chucking Io Sky into the barricade and all that, so that way they could bloody go at each other, beat that living daylights out of each other. Io Sky would then, come back in with some high-flying move, get herself back involved in the match. It was very good, to be completely honest. Bianca and Rhea had some very good moments. Big moves being hit right, left, and center. Unbelievable stuff, to be honest with you. The ending of the match was very bloody interesting as well, to be completely honest. It looked as if Bianca Belair was going to be able to get Rhea Ripley out of there. KOD hit on her. I believe I'm getting this right. And then we see Io Sky bloody flying out of nowhere. Lands right onto Bianca Belair. 1, 2, 3. Io Sky wins the match. And yes, is still the World Women's Champion. Very good match overall. Io Sky, I'm very bloody happy that she won. She's 100% the deserved winner of the match, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to be giving the match a solid 8.5 out of 10. I feel like it was a very, very, very bloody good match. I really enjoyed this one. There we go, 8.5 out of 10. We then go to the Sin City Street Fight. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, of course, got a big winner against Damian Priest. And again, this is a match that I really, really, really enjoyed. Only stipulation match on the card, which was interesting, but I love this one, to be honest with you. Tables were involved. Drew McIntyre sent Damian Priest bloody through 2 tables that he eventually set up as well. That was unbelievable to see. Damian Priest hit some brutal moves on Drew McIntyre on the steel steps. Drew McIntyre hit a future shot DDT onto Damian Priest on the steel steps. Damian Priest was hitting some massive South of Heaven choke slams. He hit one on the steel steps as well that were in the ring. Unbelievable, to be honest. Big moves left, right, and center onto massive bloody objects, of course, as you'd expect in a Sin City street fight. Both guys going to the barricades. They were brawling on, kind of on the ramp at a point, but they weren't too far on it. But yeah, it was a very good, entertaining match, in my opinion. Very, very, very good. Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore. I think Damian Priest actually kicked out of a Claymore as well. At a point, Drew was obviously kicking out of the South of Heaven choke slams. Kicked out of a powerbomb as well. But yeah, Claymore wins the match for Drew McIntyre after putting Damian Priest's head in a chair, kicking with the Claymore. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins the match. I really enjoyed it, and it's a bit of a hot take. I'd actually give this match a 9 out of 10. I think that this was arguably bloody match of the night. I really bloody like this match, to be honest with you, this Sin City Street Fight. Okay, next up, we've got Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Finn Balor. Dominic Mysterio is our new Intercontinental Champion of the world. Intercontinental Champion of the world. That's what Dominic Mysterio is. But yeah, Dominic Mysterio pins Finn Balor to win. And yeah, turned on in middle of the match after trying to get him ready for a 619. But Finn Balor bloody caught it. They were then bloody brawling. Yeah, unbelievable stuff, to be completely honest. Penta had some great high-flying moments. Braun Breaker's speed, unbelievable stuff. Big spears to Finn Balor, big spears to Dirty Dom, big spears to Penta. Unbelievable this man is. The guy's an absolute ridiculously fast powerhouse, put it that way. And I'm glad that Braun Breaker lost the title, because now it is time for him to push on for a world title at some point in the new year. Well, in 2026 or later this year in 2025. That'd be interesting to see. But yeah, it looked like, I believe it was Penta who was going to win, and then Dirty Dom ended up it was Finn Balor who was going to win. He was going to pin Braun Breaker, getting ready for the coup de grace, hit it. Dirty Dom then bloody came out of nowhere. Then he ended up pinning Finn Balor. Dirty Dom is now the Intercontinental Champion. Very good match. I will give this one again a 9 out of 10. I really like this match. Okay, next up, we then got Randy Orton versus I Believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah, Joe Hendry was the surprise opponent for Randy Orton. I somehow didn't even bloody consider Joe Hendry. I don't know why. But yeah, it didn't go long at all. Joe Hendry was actually doing all right. And then he's doing turning around and doing that weird face thing he does. And then Randy Orton just RKO'd him out of nowhere. Randy Orton wins the match. Thank bloody God, because Joe Hendry was winding me up. And then, yeah, Randy Orton was showing good respect to Joe Hendry. RKO'd him again. And there we go. Then showing him respect by patting him on the back. But yeah, Randy Orton wins the match. Luckily, he did. I had a bloody horrible feeling they were going to have Joe Hendry win, but they didn't. Thank God. Anyway, that match, in my opinion, gets... It's whatever, 6.5, sure. Anyway, next up we got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This was a good match, apart from the ending where, I liked how Karrion Kross got involved, but it's just Logan Paul's mates. Like, just go away. Go away. I don't want to see it. But yeah, Karrion Kross tried to, get AJ to align with him and turn heel. That didn't end up happening, but it was a good technical match. Logan Paul actually hit a Styles Clash on AJ Styles at this point. AJ then reversed it himself. It was a good match, to be honest. Logan was good at, countering the phenomenal forearm a good few times. That was good to see from Logan. Caught AJ a good few times with a few near falls. AJ had a few near falls himself. Hit a good few Pele kicks onto Logan Paul. Logan Paul hit some good high flying moves at times as well, to be fair. He's very bloody athletic. A few cross bodies. Logan Paul, yeah, he's a very bloody athletic guy, to be honest with you. But yeah, Logan Paul ended up winning the match due to AJ Styles getting distracted by Karrion Kross. Got right back in. Got caught with a massive knockout punch, and then Logan Paul hit his finisher, whatever it's bloody called. He changed it, and then Logan Paul wins the match. It was good. It was one of the longest matches. It was second longest match on the card, but no, Logan Paul wins. I wanted AJ to win. I will give it a 7. I thought it was a good match. Anyway, ending wasn't great though. But yeah, anyway, next up we got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria and the returning Becky Lynch. And Lyra and Becky Lynch actually won. Don't know about that. But yeah, Becky Lynch pinned Liv Morgan of all people. No. To win the match. But yeah, there we go. There's going to be something going on with Liv and Becky again. They've got history. But yeah, it was a good match. I'm happy to see Becky Lynch back, of course. But yeah, Lyra has some good moments. Raquel showing she's a powerhouse, but she could have done a bit more. Eventually, Becky and Liv went at it. Everyone wanted Becky and Liv to go at it, and Becky was able to get the better of Liv Morgan most of the time. And yeah, the match, of course, ended with Becky Lynch hitting the rock bottom or the manhandle slam, whatever you want to call it, onto Liv Morgan. And Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria are now our new women's tag team champions. There we go. 6.5 out of 10 I will give the match. And then we go to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Where was The Rock? Where is 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 The Rock? Why wasn't he there? Why wasn't The Rock there when the storyline has been based around him? John Cena selling out to The Rock. Why is The Rock not there? Why is he not there? Why wasn't he there? I don't understand. What was the point in John Cena selling out to The Rock if he's not going to be there? What other priorities has he bloody got? WrestleMania is the biggest stage of them all. What's going on here? Honestly, Jesus Christ. I made another video where I'm ranting about the fact. But yeah, it wasn't great. It was a slow-paced match. John Cena actually dominated the match, to be honest. Like 90% of the match was actually dominated by John Cena. Slow-paced way. The ending was awful with Travis Scott as well. John Cena whacked Cody Rhodes with the belt, and John Cena is now a 17-time world champ. I'm happy that heel John Cena is, especially as well, is a 17-time world champ. But the story's just out the window. Story has gone out the bloody window. Honestly, I mean, it was an absolutely shocking match, honestly. Nothing entertaining about it at all. I mean, Cody Rhodes didn't really get any moments apart from it when he hit the Cody cutter. Cena kicked out. Then, he hit the crossroads, but the referee was down because Cody knocked him over. He was down. John was down for about 10 seconds. That's when bloody Travis Scott came about. But yeah, that's what that was. And then, yeah, obviously, Cody kicks out of a few near falls a few times. Cena, exposed the turnbuckle, slammed Cody's head onto that 2 times and hit the AA. Cody still kicked out, but yeah, it ended with John Cena whacking Cody with the belt. That's it. After a Travis Scott distraction, and Cody hit Travis Scott with a crossroads. But yeah, Cena wins after he hit Cody with the belt. Yeah, shocking match. It gets a 3 out of 10. But yeah, I like how Cena won, but where was The Brock? But yeah, overall, what does the show get? I was about to end it there. What does the show get? I will give the show overall an 8 out of 10. But yeah, the main event was disappointing.